Honey tomato butter is kind of a fun, sweet addition to a meal that I strangely feel like I'm still being healthy. I really like this with any of the meats, honestly, like on chicken breast, pork chops, beef. I mean, you just can't go wrong with this. Well, and I mean, you could even do it on bread, on toast if you wanted to. My preference is for the meats, though. You should really try that. It's also really good if you cook meatballs in it with a little bit of barbecue sauce. Delicious. And it's good for a marinade as well. I've already prepared my 5 pounds of tomatoes. Just quarter these tomatoes, and that makes it so that they cook down a little bit better. I really like doing it with the Roma tomatoes, but I'm using the last of what's in my garden. So I have a couple of cherry tomatoes, which I won't even cut, and then some that are small that I'll only cut in half. But otherwise, I just go ahead and quarter them. And that makes it so that they cook down more easily. Now I'll place this on the stove and I'll get it to a simmer for about 20 minutes. The key is that I want the tomatoes soft enough to go into the food mill. This is really a pretty small quantity of tomatoes to send through the food mill, so it'll go really fast. Sometimes when I'm only doing a small recipe like this, I'll just do the hand food mill, and that works all right, but I've got other recipes that need it, and so I just combine them all on the same day. If you have any questions about how to use a food mill and more of the details, go ahead and take a look at my video. At this point, I take the skin and seeds and send it through one more time because there's always a fair amount of pulp that will come through the second time. Now I'll take the pulp and I'll put that right in my pan. Now that I have my pulp, I'll go ahead and add 2 cups of sugar to it, 1 cup of honey. This one is a very dark honey, but it will work with any color. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ginger, and 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. I'll then place this on the stove and continue to cook it until it's my desired thickness. I'll fill up my 1/2 pint jars to 1/4 of an inch of headspace, which is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. This should make somewhere around 4 1/2 pints. It's always a little bit variable, just depending on, who's making it, because you tend to cook it down different amounts, what kind of tomatoes you use. Looks like I'm actually going to get 7 jars worth, and just a tiny bit left over for a taste tester. Now, I recommend always scraping the sides with a spatula because it is amazing how much can come out. And then I use a clean, damp cloth to wipe off the rims. And this just makes sure that if there's any food stuff that's on the edge, that it won't interfere with the seal. Then I'll apply my lids, and then I'll place on the rings fingertip tight. And then I'll place those in a boiling water bath for 10 minutes if I'm at sea level, but since I'm at 1,200 feet, I'm gonna go for 15. Now that it's at a full rolling boil, I'll go ahead and set my timer. Now that the timer has gone off, I'll remove the lid and turn off the stove and let it sit for 5 minutes while it cools down. I'll then remove the jars and place them on a heat-resistant surface. I place them about 1 to 2 inches apart just so that they can quickly cool down. I'll then let them rest for 24 hours to make sure that they have a good seal. You can tell if they've sealed because there's a little button in the top of the lid that will depress down if it's sealed. If it's up and you can kind of press it up and down, then you know it's not sealed and it needs to be used immediately. I'll allow these to rest for 24 hours and then I'll come back and remove the ring and use hot soapy water to wash off the jars, paying special attention to where the threads are. Then I'll store them in a cool, dark place, and I'll make sure that I use them within the next 1 to 3 years. The tomato butter I would usually eat on some bread, maybe with some cream cheese. I really like with any of the tomato butters and jams to add that creamy component of the cream cheese. But right now I'm out of bread. I've been so busy doing canning, I haven't had any time to make any. So I have just enough for a taste tester here. So it's sweet, but it has just a little bit of the warm fall type spices in there. It's a cinnamon, I'm sure, that I'm tasting. And it doesn't taste like ketchup at all. I mean, really, I don't know. It's tomato, but it's not. It's really good.